Hi there. What a peaceful setting. I'm sitting right by a waterfall and a beautiful pond here in North Auburn on a 5-acre parcel. This particular area is fully fenced, so there are no deer to come here and eat your roses, eat your plants, but you still have that woodsy feel of being out in the country on this beautiful property at 22890 Pheasant Court. Today we're going to explore this property, the home, and there's two other parts to the property besides the home, and that is the shop and the barn. Now this is a 5-acre parcel, as I mentioned, and it is fully fenced. Boy, does fencing cost a lot for people, and this property is already fenced for you. In fact, I look at this property and I think there is something here for everyone. So, welcome to 22890 Pheasant Court. We're going to go up the deck area here. You can see one of the pastures right behind the lemon tree. And there's also a dog run up the hill also. Now right over this hill are larger pieces of property, and I was here when it was very rainy, and I could actually hear the Bear River gushing down, crossing Highway 49. We've got some birds singing for you. This landscaping here is very low maintenance. It comes back every year. So we have a wooden deck for entertaining, and then we have a Trex deck, which is attached to the house. Part of the Trex deck is covered, and the other part is open. So you can actually enjoy this deck year-round. You could be out here on Christmas Day having a big party on the covered area. Now these are some of the extras that go along with this property. This barbecue stays, and there are two Generac generators that stay with the property. One is set up for the house and the other one is set up for the well. Let's talk about well. Now people worry about buying a home in the country because we've gone through so many years of drought. The well on this property on Pheasant Court, you ready? 18 gallons per minute. Someone said to me, "Is that good?" I said, yes, most people have 3 to 7 gallons per minute, but 18 gallons per minute. That's lovely. So here's another sitting area. And this Trex deck goes out to a door that is a private entrance and exit because we have 2236 square feet on this single-story home. We have 3 bedrooms and 3 full bathrooms. One of them is a master on this end with a private exit, and the other one is the master on the other end. So it's very private. Okay, here's my favorite room. Look at this kitchen. These cabinets have been redone, updated. Gorgeous island, great party house. And you know, I always think about what would it be like to wash dishes from this sink and look at the view from this farm sink. I look right over the waterfall, the flowers, and the pretty deck. And then the beautiful white vinyl fencing and the trees behind. So lots of extras in this kitchen. Of course, the refrigerator stays, plus there's a beverage refrigerator. We have pull-outs in the kitchen too, which are really a nice feature. Just a darn good kitchen. Now, if you do a lot of pasta, this is one of those pasta fillers where the water comes in and you just put your pot here and the hot water comes in through there. So we're very excited about this home. We think the kitchen might be the one room in particular that really sells this home. But then again, we have a great room. Everybody is included in this space. Plenty of room for a dining room table, a hutch, a buffet. You've got the TV going, and you're able to watch it from the kitchen. The extra space for the bar stools are really a nice extra because of the fact you could be sitting here with a glass of wine or a cup of tea, and you could be directing the cook and how things should be made as you sit back. All right, so when you walk into the house, you have a nice entryway. You see the great room, the dining room, and the kitchen. What a beautiful home. The baseboards have been recently repainted. I mean, we are clean and fresh and ready for the next lucky homeowner. A full bathroom here in the hall bathroom. Once again, the cabinets have been replaced. New granite, new sinks, everything here redone. Well, I want to show the corners here. The crown molding, you know how you can really tell how expert the work is for putting crown molding up? It's not just making it straight, it's the corners. Look at how these corners have come together so perfectly. These are the kinds of quality things that are happening in this home. All right, so this is the master on one end of the home. We have lots and lots of lights in this room, and you can overlook the garden. And then this is such a beautiful bathroom. And I'm very, very fond of the granite. All right, you know how I grade granite? Well, in the kitchen, in the hall bathroom, and here, I have graded the granite A+. And the quiz for you is what makes granite better than one granite better than the other? And it is the veins in it, how the colors travel, multiple colors, and lots of energy and movement in the granite. And this is a gorgeous piece of granite. All new cabinets, they were done years ago. But the shower, oh my goodness, look at the etching on the shower door. Pretty cool. And this is the thing about the shower. You get water here, water here, water here, water here, and water here. And if you're not clean by then, I don't know what to do with you. So lots of room for storage in the bathroom. And these are the pull-out doors for the closet. And I call this the guy's closet, the gentleman's closet, because they're smaller. And then here we are. Ta-da! Deluxe closet. Wow. I would love a closet like this. Oh my gosh. You know how hard it is to go home after seeing somebody's closet this big and squeeze myself in my little tiny closet? So this is a lovely space with light, a window, plenty of room for shoes, winter and summer clothes, all at the same time. So we have some lovely tiled floors, and then we have the wooden flooring here. So this is bedroom number 1. So let's go over to bedroom number 2. This is the office, the way these owners use it. It is an office and a room where they sit down and read. Just a good size room with lovely light. And one of the things that these every bedroom has, is a walk-in closet with its own light, and it's long with lots of storage. But nobody's looking at you. You don't need any window coverings here because that is part of your property, the white fence. And then the white fence behind that is also part of the property because we're looking at a pasture. Okay, let's head on over to the second master or the third bedroom. I really do like the fact that these two masters or primary suites. How do you say primary suites when there's two primaries? But anyway, secondary suite, anyway, are separate from each other for privacy. Now, I would predict that at one time this room was added on by a previous owner, but look how much space you have in this room. It is such a cheery bedroom. Once again, you have gorgeous views of the fountain and the pastures and the trees. And a very nice feature is that there is a private entrance into the second master suite. So let's say you had a caregiver living here, or let's say you had a 25-year-old living here. Do you know half of the young people in America are still living at home? They could come and go without you being bothered. We've got the shower in this unit, and again, a super large closet. Super large. Really a great space. Just quality, custom work throughout 22890 Pheasant Court. Let's go check out the garage. Now, I call this a 3-car garage. Got 4 steps. So you really do have room here for 2 cars and a 3rd car. There's plenty of storage again, a service door, and a nice window looking into the garage where your tool shed is. Now what stays with this house actually is the gator to travel up around the property. Also the freezer, the washer and dryer. Oh, and we have a sink here too, which is always nice to have by your washing machine. And a generator. Now, a few years ago, we had some power outages. We haven't had many since, but most of us did get a generator just to be prepared if it happened again, and the house is wired for a generator. And some cabinets, too. So, a lot to offer here, whether you're raising little ones or you're a senior. One of the things is that this house could fit for you because there are really no stairs. So let's go out and see the front of the house. And one of the features, too, is that there's plenty of parking here outside the garage. There's a nice parking area outside the garage, too. And here, if you had kids, they'd have a lot of fun playing basketball out on this paved area. They have room for a lot of chalk art. Or when you have a big party, everybody's got a place to park. And that's the entrance over there to the second master suite. I mean, this is such a beautiful setting and a beautifully maintained home, lovingly cared for, and very well planned. The irrigation, not irrigation, the drainage on this property is excellent. I was here during the rainy storms and there were no puddles anywhere. I mean, just those little tiny things. Now we're going to take a peek at where we're going to go next. Because down the driveway at 22890 Pheasant Court, we have a beautiful barn, lots of gravel in between the barn, and a workshop, which is actually at least a 2-car garage. So if you're a car buff, you've got 5 places to park your vehicles. So we're going to stop here and stop the camera for just a minute, and we'll be back and we'll meet you at the barn. Okay, here we are at our traditional barn. This barn belongs to 22890 Pheasant Court in North Auburn, right off of Highway 49. Okay, one entrance or exit here, which is a nice part to the barn, and then it opens up on the other end too. But one of the things that has a lot of value is if you see how gradual this driveway is. So if you're bringing in a horse trailer or an RV or any heavy equipment, you're able to bring it in very graciously up this light grade of driveway. Also, we have a clean out and hookup here for the RV. So you could park your RV here, or you could be very popular and let one of your friends park their RV here, because RV parking's hard to get. We also have another place where you could store your RV. So we have this retaining wall. Of course, there's got to be some major French drains here because the drainage from this hillside is really functional, works very well. Then we get off the pavement into lots and lots of gravel. Now here, I'm going to let you take a look at the barn. It's just a beautiful classic barn. We do have a water source and a sink. And we have 3 stalls to this barn. And these are, I mean, they don't make metal like this anymore. This is a beautiful wall for this and gate for the stalls. The center part of the barn flooring it has laid brick. Oh my gosh, imagine putting that into a barn today, the cost of the brick and the labor alone. So here are the 3 stalls, and the doors that are cut in half right there lead out to an area that could be the runs. There could be 3 different runs off of this property. Now you can tell by the way the property's set up that there are no horses on this property right now. But there are 2 tack rooms. We've got this storage here for your horse gear. Or if you had different animals other than horses, you could have your hay in here, your hay storage, all of your feed. Great spot for anything you need to do. You could hook up your horses here if you needed to. And then this is a larger tack room, has electricity, and lots of storage. By the way, there's a little small refrigerator here. Have to see what's in there. Anyway, I think that stays with the property too. It just makes sense that it belongs. Just some shelving. And in order to take care of your animals, you have a water source here to hose them down after a long ride, or to keep water coming to your animals in their troughs and in their stalls. Now you think about water, you've got an 18-gallon per minute well. What this property also has is it has 1/2 of a miner's inch of irrigation water. We just simply call it NID, Nevada Irrigation District water. That's a big deal. You get it mid-April to mid-October, and it allows you to use that water to take care of all your irrigation that you have around your home. All of those bushes around the driveway. It also is what most people would use for their animals, the irrigation water. So we're going to step off this concrete pad, and we see where the runs could be from the 3 stall doors here. Right now we have it set up with just firewood. If you had a smaller RV, or 2, you could fit a couple of RVs underneath this covering, and you also have RV storage here. So there are so many ways that this property could be enjoyed. Now let's see if there's a woods crafter or a crafter or a car buff in this shop. We're calling this the garage/shop because you have room for 2 cars or 2 boats with the trailers. So it is a longer shop space, and look how high the doors come up. And you still have room for a workshop. So here's a perfect example. We have 2 vehicles already in the shop or the garage. And we have all of this extra space. You could put a 3rd car in here if you brought it in this way, if you're a car buff, or you could have your whole cabinet making area here, your craft area. If you had kids, you could set up your gymnastics equipment in here. You could have a balance beam with mats. There's so many different ways that this property could be used. Now, the barn and the shop have something that I think is very clever. See these skylights? They're not turned on. It's just natural light. There are 3 of them in this structure, and there's also some in the barn. So you could be in the barn or the workshop area without any lights on, and you still have natural light coming in from those skylights. Just so many ways to use the property and enjoy it on Pheasant Court. Now, at one time, and this was 10 years ago, there was a fence around this circle area, and it has the same substance that lots of horse people like to use for a round pen. We're not stating it as a round pen right now because we don't have the fencing, but one of my horse friends told me about $2,500 you could get your fencing back around this circle right here, and it would be a great place for you to be training your horse. Look across the street there. Can you see that cow that's black on the end and white in the center and black by the head? I don't know if we can see it on camera, but it is a type of cow that's called an Oreo. Just like an Oreo cookie, it's kind of cool. That particular cattle ranch right there is 40 acres in size. So you're looking at this beautiful green ranch. You're looking at their pasture. Now the house on the corner here is 6 acres, and this house with the green roof is 5 acres. So in Hidden Meadow Ranch area, where this is the community where we are, the properties are at least 5 acres in size. And the thing about being in the country is, well, I want the peace, I want the quiet, I want the land. And sometimes you have to travel 25 minutes to go to Starbucks, or to go to the hospital, or to the schools, or to grocery shop. And this location here on Pheasant Court is just a stone's throw away really from Highway 49. It takes you 5 minutes from this location to get to Holiday Market at the corner of Higgins and Wolf and Highway 49 to buy milk. And that has a lot of value because you're getting the benefits of the country, but you're not way out in the boonies, and you're able to get to the hospital, to the dentist, to all of those things, and to the local schools. So we are at 22890 Pheasant Court in Auburn, California. You just go up Highway 49, you cross over the Bear River, and now that tells you that we're in Nevada County, and we're that section of Auburn that's in Nevada County. We are so proud of this home, and I hope that you will come and visit it. Set up an appointment with me. Give me a call. I'm CJ Jenkins from Century 21 Cornerstone. My number is 530-906-4715. And if you see this video, give us a like. Thank you for joining Lake of the Pines Living Facebook.